Okay, so yeah, it's finally it's a little bit less stressful. It was I had just bought this the scan disc and I had it's been years. I'm an old man, so that's always gonna be my excuse if I don't understand anything. But I had you had to learn it. That's what you have to do. You have to learn it. You have to sit down and you have to figure stuff out for yourself. I mean, that's this what life is all about, truly. I mean the minor thing because I rely on my kids so much. I call on them. I call them and but yeah, I mean, because at the moment when you're trying to figure it out, you get frustrated, with the situation or how stupid it is, or you blame everybody else. I was because the girl at at customer service, who sold it to me, she was so nice, and I thank God for her because so many times when you walk into a store and you're just trying to figure something out, and you say, oh, there, you get so excited because you see people that work there, customer service, and you okay, now I'm gonna get some service. I'm gonna buy some stuff here, and they're gonna help me out. And then next thing you gonna get your head cut off because they don't want to be there. And I mean they're acting like it's your fault. So I mean, and a lot of times it's sad, but they're young. And I tell them straight off the bat, okay, yeah, you're not gonna have a long life. You've got an attitude problem, and this world does not tolerate that. And I mean that's true. I mean, years ago people would. I mean, people would put you in your place quicker, I believe, years ago because, you're most of the time the youth never would disrespect the elderly. In any case. Now today, I mean, like, it's this don't hurt my feelings. Don't yell in my face. You got that. Give me my space. I need that safe spot where I can go and, you know, these people who we've raised, you know, have attitudes because they think that, life, there's no such thing as violent consequences. You know, well, you're going to wake up, truly, you're going to wake up. And once you wake up, you probably, you know, have some pain on your face or, you fallen, something done happened to you and you realize, okay, well, uh, that was the wrong thing to say. Yes, it was. Hey, just hold up, buddy. Hold up. You need to wait. So yeah, this guy was trying to back up and he was about ready to hit me, stupidity. But yeah, so I mean people, they just do stuff different now, and but and I blame the parents too because even though this is they, this, I don't know what you call them, yin chin, some other type of gen. I mean, generational XYZ, whatever you may, think you are, you still humanity. So you have to have some humanity. I think what I begin to start telling my grandkids is we need to start thinking about morals and integrity and loyalty and faithfulness. When I was growing up, all I was hearing, and it was always thrown in my face: don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. And when you given that level, that low level of I don't know what that's what you think about, and you try not to steal, you try not to lie, but so many times you see how how easy, how advocate, and I mean, like in the consequences of what happens a lot of times, when you do, so yeah, I mean, but morality, it thinking about it helps you to think, how can I be more morally sound or more faithful or these are the things that we need to navigate towards. And I mean, our children need to begin to understand that valuable trait. It's important to understand how to, well, I don't know, assimilate it. I mean, how to figure it out, how to, and then you can understand, okay, so the other one was lying. Yeah, that was bad. I wouldn't want to do that anyway. and instead of putting the lion first and getting caught up in that and not even trying to go back and understand what is faithfulness, what is, you know, morals or that those are characteristic traits. That's how we create who we are, who we will become. It makes us stronger. It shows us what's inside of us. And, later on in life, we won't have to have to dig so deep down into to get that stuff back. I mean, we have totally screwed this up as far as, thinking with our minds. I mean, we're backwards. I mean, and that's how the world taught us, because it did not want us to get it straight. It wanted to confuse us. It wanted to society needed. It didn't want it needed to feel needed for the scheme to work. I mean, we have always been in control. We have always had the answers, but we refuse to look deep within ourselves. And I mean, now it's so hard. We are clawing to get back up, to maintain, to get this straight. And I mean, it takes that type of strength, that no quit strength, that spirit of, because there are too many of us who are tired and they're exhausted and they're sacrificing and they're saying, "Oh, I quit. I'll do it tomorrow, maybe another day." I mean, and it never happens. It never happens because we don't realize that it has to be done today. We have to take the strength that God given us today to do what it is that we need to do today, so we can receive strength tomorrow and do it again and again and again, and we will win this race. It's not given to the swift or too strong. It's not given those who took off in the very beginning of this thing. It's given to those who are still standing at the end of the race. And that's us. Those are the ones who say, "I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to fight. I'm going to get up. I'm going to do this thing right. And I'm going to try to help somebody along. I'm going to pull them. If I got to pull them, drag them across this line, I'm going to, grab them for as long as I can. And if they, that's who it is, because God gives us grace. He sees that, if we're looking at our fellow man and we want to give him a hand, or if we're praying and we acknowledging God as our divine being, our spiritual creator, those ones who wants us to, we have got to understand there is help out there. It's in the air. We just got to breathe it in. We got to breathe it in. We got to learn how to breathe it in and push all the rest of it out. I mean, I'm telling you this. I love meditating because I don't think about Buddha when I think about how grateful I am that I know God. And I'm thanking him the whole time, and I'm just getting filled up inside, and I'm seeing myself move spaces, move junk out of the way with this thought, whatever it is, I don't know, I'm moving it, I'm making a space for him. And I mean, if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever it is that I can give him at that moment of time, I'm trying to do it until, he has a day. I mean, oh, do you know? I mean, because I sit back one day and I was so disappointed with myself, and because I only lasted for 3 minutes, I said, "Oh my God," the first time I did it, I 3 minutes, But do you know? I mean, because I heard this deep inside of me. This was this vibration, this echo that was boom, boom, hitting against my ear. Do you know what God can do with 3 minutes? I got excited. So I gave him 3 more. And I mean, and I had to do it that way, because, and then, and we need to understand, because I coined that phrase, uh, station break. You know how it is when you're watching a movie and then all of a sudden you there's 5 minutes there that people are trying to sell you junk, and you're sitting there watching it, the whole time, anticipating for the movie to come back on. Well, yeah, I just kind of turned around. We got to start using our mind another way, so that's what I did. And I try to do that every day, and God begins to, and I mean, you will become blessed, because you're sacrificing what you think, or what you used to think was, oh, the best time of the day, when I'm sitting back and got my little juice or whatever it is, and I'm got my feet all up on the couch, and I'm selfishly wasting the day. I'm wasting the time. And I use it more and more now, that phrase, idiot box, because that's what it is. That's what it does. That's the purpose of that idiot box. Unless it's you on it, talking to folks and giving them some type of good information or some insight, then yes. I mean, watching somebody else, who has been, I mean, whose main intention is to, delay, postpone, distract your mission in life. I mean, if I'm watching somebody that's going to try to get me closer to where I want to be at, then yes, bravo, that's what I need to do. But if I'm just taking a break or entertainment, just, I don't know, taking ease of the day. And I mean, and that's, sorry too. We just got to be so careful when we do that, because it's all about having self-control, I'm in control of me. That's the thing I do. I have to tell myself that, because sometimes that other me, because there's like 3 or 4 or 5 different individuals I call me, and they want to do something differently. But I have to, no, I have to overrule whatever. No, let's do something that's sensible. Let's do something that's going to be beneficial. Let's do something that's going to motivate me, that encourages me, that's going to enlighten me, that's going to, give me some type of victory. Let's do that. So I get to choose, all of these me's that's be telling me to do, because I got a goodie, I got a goodie, and I got a baddie, that goodie is my good energy. And he wants to get up and run 24/7. He wants to go out. He wants to sprint. And I said, no, it ain't given to those fast ones. Let's take our time and let's breathe. Let's learn how to breathe. I mean, and that's one thing I don't want to teach because I try to equate everything to some type of exercise. Whether it's running on the field, I fell in love with long distance running, because I was against this one guy, and he was like, this guy was about 6'3", I forgot what his name is now, but when I first went to the, I used to run for the Marine Corps marathon, and we used to run 5Ks or 10Ks, whatever it was, and see, like once a month or something, I believe it was. And this guy, when I first got on the team, this dude was like, he was winning everything, and man, if you see this thing, give me a shout out, or just hit me back, because but he was he was fast. He had legs though. I'm 5'8", on a good day, 5'7" most of the time. But I learned to control my breathing, and that you can slow it up. When you begin to understand how you can run and still control your breath, that's a powerful thing. Just by slowing it down, breathing it in, slowing it down, breathing. And your heart rate can slow down. And that, I didn't feel as tired. I could take more. And it was like a strategy. And that's one thing I love about the military, because there's different strategies to win different things. Chess, same thing, strategies. And life, it's a strategy. And whether you're working out and you're applying that to, you got to go. It's a strategy. Life is a strategy. I'm so sorry. But yeah, but I think what I wanted to say, the main thing, I want to get a whole lot of stuff out in a short period of time before, I get cut off here. And it's been 20-something minutes now, because I found out a way how to do the stuff now. So, I'm, don't get, but yeah, this is information that I think that we all need, and we need to begin to speak it to our kids, into their lives, about morals and integrity and honesty and fairness and justice, because this world is going to shite.